Tonight, Texas Tech leaders release a roundtable discussion explaining their stance on what continues to be a contentious situation. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Karen is off tonight. The 21-minute video was released with a lengthy letter from University President Lawrence Skuvanek to the community, reiterating his support for quarterback Brendan Sorsby. In the video, he's joined by Coach Joey McGuire, Athletics Director Kirby Hokut, and the Associate AD for Athlete Health and Well-Being, Grant Stovall. Skuvanek says Sorsby's mistake to gamble must have consequences, but Texas Tech will stand by its students, and Texas Tech will help him with his career.
And we felt not to have the opportunity to pursue that career, given the circumstances and the evolving changes in this world that these athletes face, was unfair and unjust.
We have a link to the full video and the text of the president's letter at kcbd.com. Their discussion comes on the day Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark received this letter from the Attorney General's office warning the Big 12 not to punish Texas Tech. The AG's office calls the idea to sanction Texas Tech for following a judge's order an illegal group boycott under federal and Texas antitrust laws. The letter warns that the Big 12 could face more than $200 million in damages for lost football revenue and possible breach of contract. The letter says Texas Tech will use every legal option if the conference moves ahead with penalties. Commissioner Yormark said the conference is working with its attorneys to understand the concerns and will meet again with the executive board next week. He says all options remain on the table and the board will determine the conference's course of action next week. Meanwhile, Sorsby's attorney, Jeffrey Kessler, also sent a letter to the conference warning it could be in contempt of court if it punishes Texas Tech. Kessler echoed many of the points from the AG's office. He questions what kind of message it would send if the Big 12, quote, lawlessly violates the order. He's also telling the Big 12 and its schools to save all documents as he prepares for possible litigation.